alive. Hey folks. Yeah, a lot has changed very quickly. My head is spinning. So, story time. About a month and a half ago, a friend that's Slab City, I don't need to give names, it's not necessary. Let's just say that I went for an interview at Slab City, Salvation Mountain, and they were interested in potentially hiring me. So I went through the application process, and then I sat with them and learned the position of docent, which is basically greeting people as they come into Salvation Mountain, and then making sure they understand the areas that they shouldn't go on, and where they can walk and where they can't walk, so for the safety of everyone and the mountain as well. So yeah, this really floors me because I never in my wildest dreams thought that I would. I did, like, when I manifested finally coming down here to Slab City. So I've been thinking of moving to Slab City since 2020, and I knew that I wanted to consider full resident, being a full residential participant, not a member. There's no membership here, the last few places. Just come as you are. You show up respectfully, painfully so. It's popular, a little popular, no. Show up respectfully. But it's a mixed bag, just like anywhere there are human beings on the planet. It's a mixed bag of human experiences. So, in the back of my mind, I thought, yes, I want to work here in Slab City, but really, I just thought this would be like a place where I could, not have to pay rent. So, my initial thought was to come here because society sucks and rent sucks. Rent is skyrocketed, and I didn't want to rely on anyone for my living, as I read pretty commonly about. I just was really sick and tired of society as a whole. So this became a mecca for me. Slab City became a mecca for me to escape society, both economical and worldview perception as well. Just basically where society is going. Also, I'm so entrenched in the digital age, I have forgotten a lot of the important social skills living alone with a man. You can lose social abilities if you're not actively using them. Yes, they can come back. It's not a lot if you're a loner, vehicle dweller like I was for 8 years. But it's definitely taken an adjustment for me to reintegrate into a very deeply social setting, and then to do it quickly. And I can honestly say I have a family of friends. We take care of one another. We work together. It's amazing. It's only happened in the span of 5 months. Which I did envision. I envisioned that I wanted to cooperate in some sort of community setting. I just didn't know exactly. Just move forward in life and with this idea in your heart, and then you just watch it unfold, manifest. You know how to do it too. You're watching this now. You know you do. You know how to make good things happen in your life that you want. So, yes. And I said yes to the job at Salvation Mountain, and I started today. So I put up a short, I'm in my uniform, and it just kind of adds another layer. What am I doing here for? What am I doing? What is the spiritual reason? Physical, spiritual. It's like I'm just looking for those deeper connections. It's not just a job to me like it was in Avalon. It's all of us here in Slab City, with whether we have good intentions and mediocre intentions, whatever our intentions are, that is what we put out to the world. So, I just want to see how things unfold. There's fighting ones. They will fight. Got it. Did you see it? I killed it. I don't know. It's either me or him. When wildlife that could harm me enters my space, I have to kill it. I don't even think about it. There was no cup. I have in the past. If there's so many places where an insect can just fall and be lost, and then that was one of those spiders that if it bites me, could really havoc. So there's no messing around. And that translates in life too. Like if someone's threatening your life, it's either your life or their life, and you have to think quick. Because if you mess up, you might not be there. You might be moving on to the next thing, transition out of your body. Enough said. So, yeah. Hi Dave, welcome to the stream. I don't know how long you've been watching, but I was just sharing about my first day at Salvation Mountain. It went well. I'm learning to be a greeter. I've shared my previous... Okay, yeah. I know, I should have put the microphone on. That would have blocked that out. I wonder if I could get away with putting the microphone on. Okay, worst case scenario, I have to restart the stream. Okay? But let's do this. Let's give you guys a better audio experience. I appreciate that feedback. And hopefully we'll stay connected. Because, wait. Okay, guys, I just plugged. How does that sound? Is that an improvement? Go ahead in the chat, please. Give me feedback. Sorry about the weeble wobbling. Testing, test. Can you hear me? A little better. Okay. Well, it's 102 degrees, so I do need to have some air on. I go outside, but I don't have the right lighting, so my choices are limited, unfortunately. Let's try this. Is that any better? Oh, okay. How about that? Does that work? Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah. So, Dave, you're, are you still up in the Eastern Sierra? Jealousy. The Eastern Sierra is my favorite place to be in the summer. And I'm having to forget about that because I've wanted to come here to Slab City for a long, long time to be a full-time resident. Yeah. I think that's considered the Eastern Sierra. That's Reno, Nevada. You're very close. Close enough. Yes. So yeah, normally at this time of the year, I'm in the Mammoth Lakes area. It's my favorite place on the planet. I have tons of videos about it because before I moved to Slab City, I did the Eastern Sierra, and I spent last summer there, and I think the summer before, I was dating, and so I didn't actually stay this summer in the Eastern Sierra. Uh, yeah, I'm not dating. I was in a partnership, and we went for vacation to the Eastern Sierra, and I was like, oh, it's not enough. A week is not enough. And that powerful urge to return to what is like a homeland to me just overtook me last summer. So I was there all summer living out of my van in my favorite camps, where I just like to go to be alone. I don't really actually like to camp with other people. Typically I just like to go and be with nature. It's like one of the few times in my life where I just can fully connect with myself and Mother Earth, and I love it. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just amazed at how fast my life is moving right now. Like a lot of changes, a lot of energetic shifts, and you know, helping to serve the community, because Salvation Mountain is actually a place where I can tell people about other happenings going around in Slab City, and to help, you know, help other businesses, like 𝐸𝐴𝐻, which is, I know it's a nonprofit, and also House of Dots, and the library, and the range, the Oasis, you know, just inviting people to check out, you know, which places to stay. You know, it's just all interconnected. So yeah. So on my first day, I wanted to make sure that folks knew to, you know, go to the two establishments that were open, which are 𝐸𝐴𝐻 and House of Dots. The library's closed, last I knew. I need to pay close attention to Aurora's post, but I know that it was closed on the weekend, and it's hoping it is reopened. Ponderosa, right? All of those businesses. So yeah, and you know, it's not like I give a giant laundry list, but you know, just listening to what people's interests are, what they want to see next, and if they're interested in spending the night, and you know, things like that. I can point them in different directions. So you know, just helping with the flow of the community. And the job's fun. I love talking to people. It's, you know, this side of myself that is fun to get in touch with, you know? And just having fun, laughing, shooting the, you know, without swearing. YouTube's funny about swearing. Just chit-chatting. There we go. There's a nice little mellow phrase for you. Thank you, 𝐸𝐴𝐻. Yes. Yeah, I feel, you know, this is just the first day, but it feels good. And I want it to work out, you know, for long term. And the adventure goes on. I also got the job to be in the beet harvest. I think I told you that. So I will be working the beet harvest, and I was able to, you know, get their blessing on that too. So that's amazing. And then I'll come back and resume my work at Salvation Mountain. So, I mean, that's the plan, right? We're nomads. I'm nomadic by nature. And we always said plans are written in jello. But I do feel, at least at this point in my time here in Slab City, I feel like I want to put down some roots for a time, for a season, for a long season. I don't know how long. So, meets El Centro. Yeah, I mean, I like El Centro for its shopping. But yeah, it's all, you know, it's what I just left in the Eastern Sierra, suburbia. It's you know, a lot of suburban houses, and just doing the, you know, what everyone else is doing. North Dakota. beet harvest in North Dakota. I did get some back pain today, though. I got to take care of my back, so I need to sit back. But yeah, so that's the update on the latest here. Yeah, I was standing a lot. You know, when I'm greeting people, there's more power energetically when you're standing. Sitting, and I learned this recently in a workshop, an energy workshop, that like when you're sitting, your energy is just lower, but when you're standing on your feet, there's a more of a flow through the chakras. And there's more energetic power, and you know, so I remembered that, and it's so true. I feel so much more alive, you know, when I'm standing with and just talking with my hands and eye-to-eye contact and being on their level. And it just helps you connect, especially when other people are also standing and walking. So I know that instinctively now. So, and you know, just saying hello and connecting, inviting people in, and welcome to Salvation Mountain, and just being there for questions. Most of the people today just wanted to look at the mountain. They didn't want to get into any kind of deep conversation, but sometimes people do. Sometimes what I found is that people want to connect with other like-minded people, like they're still in society but they want to escape. So they're curious about, you know, Slab City and Salvation Mountain. We met a young person like that too, which was super cool to talk to him at good length. So there's all kinds. There's just all kinds of motivations, and I love how it's getting me from behind the computer, because my life has become computers in the digital age, and I want to pull away from it more. It consumes me. Whenever I go online, every single afternoon, like I became a work addict. Like, you know, literally after going for a hike at this time of year for about anywhere from 1 hour to 3 hours, you know, I'll start off that way for the first few weeks, and then I don't know if I get bored of the hikes or what, but then I start getting into this zone of work where like my hikes get shorter and shorter, and then I end up just behind the computer literally from like sometimes noon until 10 o'clock at night, and that's just a lot of unhealthy sitting. So this forces me 4 days a week to get up off of my little digital butt and talk face-to-face with people and connect, which is something we're losing in our society, and I know this. So, you know, just part of manifesting, you know, what I want in life, this is exactly where I want to be in life right now. I'm just really thankful. I have a lot of gratitude for the people, and if you're watching me, hi. Thank you. Thank you for having me on the Salvation Mountain team. I really appreciate you all. So thank you. Looking forward to growing, and yeah, great things happening. So yeah, yeah. They said, you know, summertime is when you really get to know who you really are, because we are brought to our knees. We're literally like, we are facing death with this heat. Okay? We're putting our bodies, especially those of us who don't have controlled environments. Like, I don't have air conditioning. And it's actually very smart to get air conditioning. One of our campmates does have air conditioning, but it literally can only serve him. Like, we can't really help the rest of us community members, but he did get a swamp cooler going. And some of us have been sitting in front of that. I haven't yet, because I've been able to maintain my sanity and comfort level up until 113 degrees is my record so far. We're sitting all day long without air conditioning. So, and then potentially if you get up to 118, 120, there could be a point where, you know, I just can't handle it. Like, you know, I have to either get behind the swamp cooler or go to a cooling center. It could get downright deadly and dangerous. And I realize that. So, I have friends with me that, you know, will know we need to just go to the canal. So, yeah. Yeah, it's a really interesting situation to really be in a very physically challenging environment and learning how to thrive. Yeah. Yeah, well, the beet harvest will help me do that. Actually. I'll probably be leaving expected date possibly sooner if I can't, you know, if I can't survive, right? If I, the thing I want to avoid is heat exhaustion. Heat exhaustion is right before heat stroke. Heat stroke is extremely difficult to recover from once you get it, is my understanding. I probably should look this up, but Dr. Josh asks, I don't want to get to that level because it would really degrade my health. I don't want to be here in Slab City at the expense of my physical health. So that's why I'm doing everything I can to preserve my health. And I'm having to adjust to things that, you know, I know are potentially deadly. You know, I could lose my life here from just heat stroke if I'm not careful. You know, just to slip up a mistake, you know. So I realize the direness of this. And I know, like, I read people's comments and they're just like, I would never do that. It's just so life-threatening, you know? Yeah, after a heat stroke, it's way more likely to, the body becomes weak and can stroke again. So that would, I'll know when I need to leave, you know, when I need to tap out. So I need to get up to the beet harvest anyway, you know, and I can slow roll up there. We'll see, you know, it'll unfold. You know, I got this job at the Salvation Mountain, and we're just going to keep going with it and see how far I can endure into the summer. Yeah, it's a real thing. So, yeah, I want to invite you to get down with the kickdown. Go ahead and check out the links in the description. I have Cash App, PayPal, and my Ko-fi community. If you want to give to this channel, yeah, I just want to invite you to check those links out. So yeah, now, so I'll be working 4 days a week, and in the mornings. So, yeah, it's interesting. It's like, whoa. But it's part-time. I'm really glad it's not full-time, because full-time takes a massive chunk out of people's lives. You know, 40 hours a week is just too much. It's like you barely have enough time to live. It's not a healthy way of existing. So, yeah, I'm working 16 hours a week, and that's perfect. I don't want any more. I could go down to 3, but, you know, 4 days is fine. So that's what I'll do, and keep going with that. And yeah, so super grateful for that. Yeah, it is a paid job too, so I'm not volunteering. I can't afford to volunteer at this point in my life. Although I have done things, I have volunteered so many times in my life. I'm net that quota. You know? So, it's just interesting to have a job, to be working for somebody again, because I didn't think that would happen again, honestly. Although the beet harvest is working for somebody, but it's extremely short term. You know, it's literally as little as 11 days and as much as maybe 22 days. And so it's like a shot in the arm of money, following rules and procedures, answering to someone for a short amount of time, and then skedaddling out with it. Okay, take care. Awesome, dude. Thank you for showing up live. Yeah, so I forget what I was saying. It's okay. Maybe I'm rambling too much. Wow. Life is good. I'm just really happy with the way things are moving forward. And there will be challenges, because that's how life is designed. It's like, yeah, maybe having a job has taken care of one aspect of my life, but it's going to challenge me in others. And I'm going to have to learn to navigate that gracefully, hopefully, aimfully. Yeah, so, and I'm also here to find my voice. I was just telling a friend of mine tonight, I don't think I've really found my voice. I mean, I'm trying to on this channel, you know, like stand up for Mother Earth, and you know, hey, the trajectory of the human race is kind of shitty right now. And, we're like a bunch of lemmings falling off of a cliff, and I'm not down with that. So I done left the lemmings, but I needed to find others that thought and felt the same way about me, and I feel like I've done that. So yeah, I just would like to be part of something where we're at least an example of living in community and harmony, and going in the direction of being in harmony with our Mother Earth again. I know that's very broad terms. So folks, the journey goes on. I appreciate you listening and watching to the latest of what the heck is going on with NatureGlo. So I literally summarized days 10, 11, 12, 13, I think it is. It's been a minute since I've done my live, because life has really just like sped up really quickly. So yeah, I will do these either summaries, or I will do my best to go live each day when I can, even if it's just for a few minutes, you know, to be in the moment. When inspiration strikes, I will go live. Thank you for watching this series. Be sure to check out the playlist and get down with the kickdowns if you want to support this channel. Links in the description, and I'll see you in the next video.